In this video, I'm going to dive in and show you the Freedom Creator Agency model. This is a contrarian look to the traditional SMMA lead gen type of agency. So if you are into profit and you're interested in seeing what it looks like, the whole business model of how to get to like 30K a month with just you and a VA with 80% plus profit margins, then this video is for you. So we're going to dive in on how to structure your agency, right? The business model, the offer. What are you selling? What aren't you selling? How are you structuring it? I'm going to dive in all of that to really generate the outcome of max profit and max freedom. Okay. Revenue feeds the ego, but profit feeds the family. We're not into screenshots. Who cares? We want profit that feeds your bank account and feeds your lifestyle, right? Well, I'm all about lifestyle first. That's the Freedom Creator way. If you don't know who I am, my name's Adam Lucky. I've been running a agency for the last 6 years. I recently transitioned to helping all kinds of online creators with their freedom business so they can live the free life. As you can imagine, freedom creators, freedom is the highest core value of mine. And a lot of the people that consume my content, that's what they want. They're not here to build $100 million businesses. You just want a business that fuels your lifestyle, right? To do work that you love, to do work that you enjoy, to do work that feels like a calling, but also make at least 20K a month profit. That is the sweet spot that enables you to live a very fun life. So that's what I'm all about helping you do. I work with all kinds of coaches, consultants, course creators, mentors, and the Freedom Creator model. I'm going to show you how that would look. If I had to build an agency all over again, this is how I would structure it. Okay. I'm going to show you how to get client results in a way where you're not just another churn and burn agency. The way I ran it when I first started, I was definitely churning and burning, chasing clients every month, starting from zero every month. No fun. I'm going to show you how to attract instead of chase leads. I'm going to show you how to attract. Okay. So build a strategic content system where you can bring in the clients that are solid, like they pay, stay, and refer, and they respect you. And then I'm going to show you like the right offer to sell that requires no hard closing. But first of all, the agency model, the SMMA model, lead gen model is just broken. Like number one, trying to scale an unscalable offer. This is like one of the biggest pain points for agency owners that I talk to is the unscalability of it. Right? At its core, a done for you service is not scalable. So you're trying to work outside of the natural elements of the offer. Like done for you service is an intimate style of service. When you offer something like that, it is an unscalable offer. Okay. It is on the spectrum of unscalable. That doesn't mean it can't be done. No, not at all. Tons of people have done it and they have done it well. Problem is, you're most likely not one of those people. Okay. Unless you're like hardcore operator and you love this kind of stuff, you love hiring a team, you love training your team, you love getting on and meeting with your team every day, you love operations, then it's just not for you. And you got to admit it. You got to admit it and build a business model that fits around your skills, your leadership style. Like that's what I'm all about. Okay. Not trying to force your business model, not trying to force your life into a business model that doesn't fit. Okay. That is just nonsense. I don't believe that you have to do that. I think that you can actually build a business that fits with your life and your skills and your desires. Like a lot of people don't talk about this kind of stuff. They think you just hustle and grind and just do what you're supposed to do, what the gurus say, or you're going to get niche slapped. Okay. And it's a bunch of crap. You can build a business that you enjoy. I'm doing it. Lots of people are doing it. And it's just way more fun because enjoyability equals sustainability. All right. And by the way, if you want to jump in a community with like-minded individuals that are building businesses like this, you can go, the link's in the description. I have a free school community. It's called Freedom Creators. And the link will be in the description below and you can jump in for free. But this was my problem a couple years ago when I was really trying to go hard and scale my offer to dentists. We had a full done for you service where we were running their ads. We were calling their leads for them. So I had a call team that was all US based. So it was expensive. And I was hiring new people every month. Okay. I had new client success managers. So for like every 5, 6 new clients we brought on, I had to hire a new person to manage that and just getting them up to speed. And the failure of like bringing on the wrong people, that was just a huge time suck. It was stressful. And it was just because I was trying to scale an unscalable offer. Okay. I was leading with that offer only. And I was trying to force people into that high ticket offer, which was 2,500 a month. And that was the source of a lot of my stress. So down below, I'm going to show you how to structure your offers where it's natural, where it's fluid, where people come into your ecosystem and you meet them where they're at. Instead of having to force them into some offer with your crazy guarantees, you can lead them gradually into your world and make really good money in the process. Okay. And I just touched on this: huge teams, operationally complex. Like I had 3 client success managers, I had 4 callers on the call team. And, to me, that's a huge team because I am just not your guy that wants to be on team meetings all day, that wants to be an operator. Okay. I like being a founder. I like to create cool content. I like to create systems and all of that, but I do not like being in the day to day in the weeds, right? So it's important to know yourself. It's important to know what type of business model you're in, what you're good at, what you're not good at. And I realize operations is not my strength, nor do I have to build a business that requires me to do that. The other thing is just constantly chasing revenue, starting from zero every single month, right? So I was spending 10K a month on ads. I was making $47,000 a month in return, but I also had a big team paying commissions. All of that is just not the way. It's not the way for freedom, at least. And it leaves you in this constant stress mode of scarcity and constantly having to chase new revenue, or your business is going to fall apart the next month. There's no sustainability to it. And one of the worst parts of the agency model, what most people do, they take like no account to personal brand. Like that's how I did it when I first started. Like I was a gym owner for 9 years and I started helping other gyms with their ads and whatnot, but I just had no interest in building a personal brand around the gym identity. So I suffered I didn't create books, I didn't create trainings, I didn't create content. I just ran ads to my offer, and it worked for a while. But having a brand is like your long-term game plan. Like that is what is going to make your sales easier. That's what's going to make your marketing easier. You're going to attract clients that vibe with you. So that's going to save you a ton of headaches, ton of chargebacks. It's going to increase your lifetime value. I mean, I'm not going to go into everything, all the benefits of a personal brand, but this is one of the really one of the main issues with the standard agency models, right? Because you're doing all this cold outreach and it's all about cold email and just get your offer out there in front of people. And it's all about volume and using guarantees to get people on calls, using all this manipulative tactics, a bunch of bullcrap, right? Nowadays, especially nowadays, with such low trust, you gotta be the face of your company, right? Like I don't work with people that aren't willing to put out content. Right? If you're not willing to put out content, then I'm not the guy for you. The other problem is just a relationship frame, right? You're constantly seen as just a contractor or another employee. Like you have no expert status in their mind. They just see you as someone that can run their ads, and you're becoming a commodity, right? This is the problem with the agency model. And that's why it's a race to the bottom, and you can't demand high status type of prices because you're just coming in to the relationship with the frame of just another contractor or service provider. There's no expert status. Another issue is just lack of client results, right? Lack of clients results. So for me, like I was just focusing on running Facebook ads, right? Facebook and Instagram ads for my clients. The problem is you have to have a good offer, number one, to make the ads work. So people that come into your offer and they just want you to run ads, now you're having to deal with their limited mindset, right? They have a fixed mindset. They don't have a growth mindset. They just think that the solution is to throw money at ads and their business is going to magically grow. Problem is, like 5% of your 5% of your client base, or 10%, maybe more, I don't know, making up numbers here. Stats make me sound smart or sound stupid, depending on who you're talking to, making up numbers. But ultimately, the point is, these people aren't going to get results if all you do is just run ads for them. And a very select few will, because they're ready for ads. But ads are not a magic fix, as you know. There's a whole host of problems of lead nurture, right? Are they following up with their leads? Are they calling their leads? What's the script they're using to call their leads? So all of these problems that you're avoiding is causing them to not get results. And then they're going to blame you anyway. They're going to blame you. And that's the vicious cycle of this agency model. Then, lastly, this whole identity trap I found myself in for a long time. I'm just an agency owner, so I can only do done for you services. That's all I can provide. I'm not a coach or a consultant, so I'm not going to coach my clients on sales and all of that. I'm just going to run ads. And it worked for a while, to be honest. It worked for a while. And that was a season of life where I didn't want to do all of the other things. I didn't want to coach. I just wanted to kind of be behind the scenes, make my cash, have my client success manager deal with clients. I didn't want to deal with my clients. And then I look back as kind of a red flag. Like, the people you're working with, you should enjoy. The people you're working with, you should have a heart for, right? You should want to serve them. And the fact that I didn't want to, it was kind of a red flag of like, yeah, there's something going on in your business model where either the way you're delivering, the type of clients you're bringing on is a red flag, and that you can change that, because that's going to shine through. Like, you're going to be capped in your growth. And I was, I still made like decent money, right? I was making 30K a month consistently for the last 6 years, but couldn't never really get beyond that 50K a month consistently. And I believe this identity trap of seeing myself as an agency owner was the problem. It restricted the business model that I can step into. It restricted the way I market. It restricted the way I sell. And it was just a trap, because we take these modalities of coaching, consulting, done for you services, and then we use that as an identity statement. Like, I'm an agency owner, so I can only do these things. Like, it's just stupid. What you need to be as an identity is a guide, as someone that can guide a specific person to a very specific outcome. You get them tangible results, right, with a very unique process. And you can do that in a whole host of ways. You can do that with courses. You can do that with your SaaS. You can do that with your services. You can do that with a coaching, as you'll see here below. I'll show you the model that I think works, that allows max flexibility. So when I got rid of this identity trap, it just really opened up my eyes to one, facilitate creativity, where I don't have to just do things one way. I can go with the flow and do what feels right for me. So I highly recommend that you stop calling yourself an agency owner. That's why the identity I give myself is a freedom creator. I'm helping people obtain freedom. I'm helping business owners obtain freedom. And that is the identity that I ascribe to. I create freedom for other business owners, and I create freedom for myself, financially, time-wise, and freedom of purpose, where I can operate at my highest level in my zone of genius, doing the work that I love to do. All right, let's talk about the core connection offer. This is what I call the offer structure for any business that I work with, but this is how it's going to look for an agency owner. Is at the core, right? So let me back up here. You're selling tiers of access here. You're selling tiers of access. You're not restricted to just done for you service, right? And this is how I look at it. This is how I would do it if I was starting over. I have my done for you service here. At the core, it's my highest price. It's the most expensive thing that I offer. And I would price that around 2K, 2,500, depending on your service. Maybe you can, some people charge up all the way up to 5K a month, depending on what it is. This is your unscalable thing. And you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble by not trying to scale this, okay? By not trying to add a crap ton of people and adding all these client success managers. No. Keep this here as your most exclusive offer that's only available to a select few of your clients. You don't want to make this available to everybody. And then your next layer out, you're going to have your group coaching. You're going to have that combined with SaaS. That's how I would structure it. That's how my clients structure it as well. They combine the SaaS and the group coaching with a low ticket type of price point. I'll cover that here below. And then the next layer out is your workshops, your courses, your low ticket products. Like, your business model can have all of the above. And this really facilitates maximum freedom, and it meets people where they're at. It's like only 4% of the market is ready to buy some high ticket service. So you can meet them where they're at. You can have a $100 course that liquidates your ad spend, right? And I'll talk about that here in a minute as well. Because if you can spend 10K and make 5K back up front, then you got a money printing machine, right? So that's the next layer out. And then obviously The furthest layer out is your free content. You want to have a combination of short form and long form content to get people to understand your unique process. I had this fallacy for whatever reason. I'm like, oh, I'm an agency owner. Like, what kind of content am I going to make? Like, I'm not showing people, like, I'm not an educator. I'm an agency owner, right? That's that identity trap. So, like, what content is going to make sense? And side note, if the content you're making you don't feel passionate about, that's a huge problem. So you should find a business model, a problem that you want to solve where you can consistently make content where it feels natural, you feel excited to help people solve those problems. So I'm assuming if you're solving problems for local business owners or any type of business owner in the agency capacity, then you actually enjoy it. If not, save yourself some trouble because it's just not going to work. Because you need to create content. You need to have a consistent level, a consistent rhythm of content where people can get to know you, like you, and trust you. And that only happens through a combo of short form and long form. Long form could be written, it could be YouTube. I like both. I like writing and I like creating videos. So I'll have a combination depending on how I feel that day. I'm going to write an email. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll bust out 2 or 3 YouTube videos in one day. Okay. Because that's going to show people your values. And that's what creates trust. Like, people need to see what you're all about. They need to know your worldview, your process for getting them results. They need to understand who you are, what you're all about. And, it's true. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And that just makes sales so much easier. That makes sales so much easier when you don't, where you don't have to chase, where you don't have to hard close people. Like, they're already sold on you. Okay. Like, I remember when I started making content for my dental agency, and I had this short 20, 30-minute VSL that I put together, right? That's the foundational marketing asset I always encourage everybody to make, is a 35, I'm shorter than that. Should be like 10 to 20 minutes, but I'm long-winded. That describes exactly what you do, how you get them results, and it also builds your credibility, shows why you're someone they should listen to. And it sells them on you, basically. It sells them on you, and it sells them on your unique mechanisms. Anyway, implemented this, and it was the first time that I did that. I got on a call with this dentist, and he's like, yeah, I love what you were talking about. I love your perspective on AI and then using a caller so we don't have to do it. And he didn't really have any objections because he already knew my story. Like, my dad was a dentist. So he was vibing with me, and it was like I was just talking to a friend. Right. And he ended up signing up within like 20 minutes. He just wanted to hop on and iron out the logistics. And it was the biggest light bulb moment of my marketing career, of understanding that my freaking marketing needs to do the selling. Okay. Strong marketing equals easy sales. Strong marketing equals easy sales. Okay. So that's why this works so well, is you have your daily content rhythm, creating free stuff. The next level, the majority of your audience is going to be here. And then the next level is going to want to take you up on your lower ticket thing. And then at the core, it's like 4% are going to take you up on the done for you service. Okay. So why does that? We'll start here. Like, the done for you service, you only need like 10, right? Think about it. 10 clients at $2K a month. That's, 20 grand a month. When it's just you and a VA, you pay a VA $1,500 a month to manage the ads. You pay a VA to field inquiries with emails. Like, dude, you're in the game, bro. Like, you are in the game. You're spending money on ads, some software, and you're running 80% margins. Okay. Now you don't have the operational headaches of hiring all these freaking people to manage your clients. You can manage this with you and a VA. Because ultimately, like, really, what are you trying to do? Are you really trying to build a $300,000 a month agency only to take home $80K a month, and you're stressed the heck out all the time? Like, I see this all the time. I see this all the time with agency owners. Like, if I can save you the trouble, like, what's the point? What's the point? Are you hoping one day you're going to sell the business? Like, cool, go for it. I thought that was my goal for a long time. I realized what I just wanted was the freedom. The freedom. I don't want to sell a business and retire one day. Okay. I still think you should build your business with systems and leverage, like, as if you're going to sell it. I think that's a good idea. At the same time, I just want to do work that I find enjoyable, right? And that makes me decent money. So the other key benefit here is that this is reserved for your best clients. Like if you take inventory of your best clients, they're the ones who are educated. They understand your process. They understand how ads work, how they don't work. They understand because they have a growth mindset, because they've gone through your maybe they're this way automatically, but if you have a coaching offer, if you position your offer as I'm going to teach you how to fish, right? Now you're attracting people that have a growth mindset. They're more open minded. They're coming to you to learn. They're not just these codependent blamers that just want someone to magically wave a wand and fix their damn business. Okay. These are the type of clients you want to work with. Trust me. You don't want to work with codependent blamers. That's not fun. I ain't got time for that crap. And those are the people that spoil your entire quality of life. Those are the emails you get. Why aren't the ads working? I don't have enough leads today. Can turn up the leads, and then you get them all these results and then they cancel because they're stupid. Okay. And you can't help stupid. So just don't attract stupid into your business by having the right offers and having them in the right order. Okay. So you want to lead with a lower ticket consulting type of offer. Okay. You want to lead with a low ticket consulting offer, $100 a week. It includes the SaaS. Okay. You get the high level, the UpX, whatever your stack is. And now you're working with a scalable offer. Now this is the thing you can scale. It's easier for people to say yes to. It's at a price point that's way more affordable. You're teaching a man how to fish. You're not just feeding people. You're teaching a man how to fish, and you're meeting the appropriate demand in a natural way. You're meeting them where they're at. Okay, because not everybody is ready for your done-for-you service. Yes, a lot of people will need this, but you can filter it where you only work with the best of the best and you offer them your premium price points. And these are people that legit understand your ways. They literally don't have the time. Okay. But as a business whole, you want to structure, you want to frame yourself. You want to come into the relationship as a guide, as an expert. You don't want to position yourself as an agency owner. Okay, that's terrible. That's how you end up feeling like an employee with low status, feeling disrespected all the time. You got to come in with education and with that's why Gym Launch crushed it. Look at freaking Gym Launch. Okay. Gym Launch crushed it because they didn't position themselves as an agency. They didn't even do done for you services for a long time until I took all of their clients. It's another story, but I took all of their clients because they didn't offer done for you service. Layla Hormozy sent me a cease and desist. I'm like, hey man, I'm not doing anything wrong. You guys aren't offering this. You guys don't offer done for you service. I'll run their ads. You teach them. And like those were literally my best clients because Gym Launch did all the hard work and taught them everything they needed to know. They did all the coaching and consulting, and I just came in and charged $1,500 a month and just ran their ads for them. Right. So that worked because Gym Launch did this part. They taught them everything. Okay. They taught them, and those were the best clients because they were educated. They understood what needed to be done about offers. They understood the mindset of running ads. They understood how to sell because Hormozy taught them how to sell. But you probably don't have that. So you have to fill that. You got to do that yourself. All right. So you can have higher lifetime value because the more problems you solve for a particular person, the longer they're going to be with you. Right? You solve one problem, you create another problem. You solve a marketing problem, now you're going to have a lead nurture problem. You solve that problem, you're going to have a sales problem, then you're going to have a retention problem. It's just constantly solving problems, which can be fun. And the more your offer is positioned to solve those problems long term, like with a long-term community, consulting community type of mentorship vibe where everybody's there for the right reason. They're all there with a similar goal, similar values, and it's a lower price point. Literally, you get 50 of these dudes, that's $20K a month. $20K a month, and you can scale this because it's not going to require a ton of your time. You do one weekly call, right? You don't need a bunch of coaches. When you market correctly, they're going to want access to you anyway, instead of just getting handed off to some low-level coach that you hired because you're trying to scale an unscalable offer, right? Just hop on once a week yourself because they want that. That's why the core connection offer works. They want to be connected to you. They want to be connected to the community because the community dynamic, that's why it's so popular these days. because it just meets people's desire to be in a community. So this is the main thing you're selling. This is the majority of your clients are going to be in here. The done for you service will be more select and reserved for the right people, which makes it more exclusive, which makes it more rare, which makes it more desirable. You'll have less churn and less headaches working with the right clients paying you the most amount of money. So real quick, let's touch on marketing. Right now you got your offers down, right? You got your offers down. You know what to offer. Let's talk about how to get people into your world, right? And I don't like cold outreach, cold email. I'm sure all that stuff works for some people. It's just not my vibe. I want to attract, not chase. So I use what's called an automated community system. As you can imagine, it leverages automations and it leverages a free school community, and it's systematized. We drive traffic through paid ads. Okay. And by the way, you can get the link in the description, or you just go to automatedcommunitysystem.com, jump into the free community, watch the training. I'm not going to explain the whole thing here, but basically use paid ads. We use a software that automates invitations. So this way you're getting people at least 5 to 10 free leads per day coming into your free school community. They're getting on your email list. And then with your daily content rhythm, you're reaching out and getting helpful content in front of your audience, solving their problems, and then making offers through email, through booked calls, and through your school community. So go ahead and check out that free training for a more in-depth step-by-step on exactly what that entails. The next major component of your marketing system is you got to create your unique mechanisms, right? And a good way to do this is to literally just lay out all of the problems, write it down, all the problems you solve, and put that into Chat GPT and say, hey, help me come up with some cool names for these solutions that I solve, these problems that I solve. And Chat GPT will spit out some good ideas and you can come up with some cool names, right? Like this is a unique mechanism. The automated community system is how I generate 5 to 10 free leads per day and 1 to 2 clients every week. The authority content ecosystem, that is a unique mechanism. This is my process for branding. This is my process for how to create content that positions you as the guide, the expert guide, where they want to pay you because you're seen as a trusted expert, right? So you want to create your unique mechanisms because that's what sets you apart. That's what sets you apart. That's what elevates your expert status. I would go read Russell Brunson's Expert Secrets for a more in-depth understanding on this as well. We cover this kind of stuff in my community program as well on a deeper level. But unique mechanisms are important because it creates a airtight logistical argument in the mind of your audience of why your system works. And really the best way to describe a unique mechanism is like old way versus new way, right? Here's the old way to run a marketing agency I'm doing today, right? And these are all the problems associated with it. Here's the new way of running a marketing agency that is less stressful, more time freedom, more fun, more enjoyability, more flexibility, right? So whenever you're creating your unique mechanism, you just want to keep that in mind. What's the old way that people in your audience have tried to get results? What are all the problems associated with those attempts? Okay. The worst thing you can do is create an improvement offer, is to position your offer as, hey, just move better and eat better. Or, hey, just run your ads better. Or, hey, like those are improvement offers where you can get incremental results. Like it's speaking to their mind where they feel like they've already tried that. So why the heck are you telling me to just try it and try harder? And now you're going to get better results. You got to show them why they failed and why it's not their fault and why this new system is going to get them better results, why this new vehicle, these mechanisms that you're preaching to them are going to be the solution to take them to their promised land. Okay. So I'm going to end it there. This has already gotten to be a very long video. Check out the automatedcommunitysystem.com if you want to see more about this. And you'll also be able to join my free community there. If you want more information on my community or one-on-one mentorship, just DM me on Instagram. I'll put my link in the description. I'd love to hear your comments, though. What are your questions? What are your objections around this Freedom Creator Agency model? Love to hear from you. Till next time, we'll see you then.